Okay, this video is for Squirrely. I just wanted to do a little something so you could see what I was doing. I'm not really sure what I'm doing, but I love this banana print fabric. And I'm thinking I'm gonna have to make a drink carrier out of this. I call them my Yeti Carriers because when we're on vacation, I put our Yetis in it. And this one's the one I took most recently. I made most recently and took. I'm gonna have to modify it and put a little snap on it or Velcro or something so that when I'm not using it at the beach with a Yeti in it, I can keep my stuff in there and it won't come out. Let's see, here's my little Made in America. Oh, gotta burn this. Gotta burn those threads. Oh, and that one too. So this one's mine, and when I make a prototype, I'm usually making it like right before I go on vacation. So there's a few loose ends, but that's how I learn what's wrong with the bag, so that when I start making it, I can address those things and fix it. Now this was just lazy. I was in a hurry. So I'm putting a little fray check on that. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, let me see. Let me look. Like I said, I'm not so good with videography because I've never done it before. Let's see. Got that. So I'm in the process of turning what's left of the rec room into the studio for my husband's fountain art studio. I went out to lunch and it's cold and now my nose is running. Okay, let's see. So I need to do Velcro or snap? I think I want Velcro. The reason I stay away from a lot of metal things, like snaps and these metal hooks, I've been trying to use plastic ones, but they're very hard to come by. And so far they've been sending one of each color, which doesn't help when I'm trying to color coordinate because, well, this is one of the high-end bags because of the findings on it. Those hooks and loops and belt slide alone were, what, $15 just for that. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of hardware. And it doesn't count the zipper slides. And this is waterproof fabric. The stuff on the inside. Stuff on the outside is an outdoor canvas. And I love that color. I can't find any more of it. That's making me want to cry. Now I gotta iron this a little bit better. Because I was using my Cricut heat press to iron down the, what is it stuff called? SF-101. It is interfacing. That's the word I was looking for. Interfacing. So let's crank this puppy back up and see if I can smooth that out just a little bit. been getting sidetracked since we got home from lunch. Went to the bathroom, thought I had the door shut, and the cat got in. Let's just say when he gets in, he tries to be as small as he can, and he goes under the bed and tries to be sneaky until I leave. At which point he tries to come back out, and I can grab him. But he's put on about 10 pounds this week somehow. I have, but I know how I did it. I did it with ice cream. But Heath flavored Klondike bars and drumsticks. And I got some sugar babies the other day. Yes, my name is Judy, and I have a problem. So, I haven't figured out what I'm doing with everything yet. These little things, this one, of course, I'm going to make a Yeti Carrier out of this one. If I can ever get that. It's like, it's not woven fused, but it's something like that. It's a heavy duty interfacing. So we can't get, what is it, Dacobond? Something like that. But we can't get it in this country very easily. And I think it's from Germany. Apparently we're not bringing things in from Germany now either. So I'm trying to see what I can do with it. But I'm not sure. I'm still waiting on all of my stuff to come in. And this iron's great. It shuts itself off, except if I activate it so it turns on while I'm waiting for it to heat up, I get sidetracked and forget about it. And then when I get back to it, it's not hot again. Like now, it's not hot. But it does heat up fast. My problem with it is that it is, it's a steam iron, which I love. And it's got this automatic thing, watch that. I don't know if you can see that. That's pretty cool. Probably not. No, you can't. Well, yeah, you could. Okay. So, with the puppy, I have a friend who has a business that she started when she was 65. And she caters to animal lovers. And I found this puppy fabric. And I think I might make a puppy bag, a drink carrier, but I think I might make it, I should quilt it and make it with some waterproof fabric. However, as I look over here, I remembered I brought this stuff down from the bedroom that was turned into another sunroom. And I brought this down so that I could make a bag out of this. Because, gosh, I like this. I think instead of doing, I need a bigger table. Instead of doing this, clean my stuff up here. Instead of doing this one as a Yeti bag or a drink bag, I think there's trash. I think what I'll try to do, if I can find my pattern amongst all of the origin stuff that I've done here, gonna do these. Okay. First of all, I'm gonna cut myself a straight edge here, which isn't really easy because see that hole right there? I had that iron on it, and the mechanism that lifts it up and turns it off didn't work. A few minutes later, I turned around because I smelled something and my cutting table had melted. I'm trying to get like a really nice one, really nice cutting mat, this size or bigger, but for the last 2 years, they have been out of stock and unavailable. I don't know if the company that's making them went out of business or if that all got put on hold with COVID or what's going on, but we'll see. So now I got a straight edge there, and I need to cut straight. I'm gonna make one of my pull bags that I designed, and of course I don't really have much more of a pattern than a cardboard template that I really, are you even? I really wish I had a CNC so I could make plastic templates instead of make them out of cardboard. But I have to make them out of cardboard first, so maybe we'll get there. Okay. So my bags I make 18 inches wide, and I make them, I gotta go find the pattern. Hang on a second. Let me look. It's not too far. It's over here in my pile of stuff. Pile of stuff. So this one is my original bag, and yes, it's huge. This one is the one that I made a little bit bigger. I think I like the smaller one, so we'll start with this. And I love my candy refills, but if I put them in the actual Tandy pen holder, whatever it is, they dry out really fast, so I just do them this way. And okay, that's good. These are leather marking pens, which, yeah, not so good sometimes when they're brand new. There we go. Let's try that again. Now this one is going to be made out of all waterproof canvas. It's called Ottertex, and I found it and I really like it because it makes cool bags. Did that work? Yes. Okay. Makes really cool bags. And when you're in Florida or at the beach, wherever you enjoy the beach, then It's great because it keeps water from seeping in, and if you spill something inside, it keeps it from leaking out. Try not to spill anything. And you can just wipe it off and let it dry, air dry, and that's all you have to do. You can use a little of your favorite soap to clean it, or not. And I wish they'd come up with some really brighter colors and designs. I'd like to design my own, but I don't know how you go about that. So I'm not going to do it. The only drawback to using otter tacks on the outside as well as the inside is if I want to embroider something, I'm going to have to embroider it as a patch and then use an adhesive to put it on like you would if you're putting it on a jacket that you couldn't sew on, or a hat or something like that. But once I get that new machine, I'll be able to, why is that curling? I'll be able to do that in a heartbeat. Looking forward to making hats and stickers and bumper stickers. And one of the things that is going to be offered at Fountain Art Studio is going to be a commemoration patch, which you can buy at some of the people who retail our stuff. Okay, here we go. And anybody who, has us, has Fountain Art Studio making patches for them can use the commemorative patch service for, well, let's say I'm going to make a patch that says I saw a convoy in Steubenville on the date that I did. And even though I wasn't in a vehicle, I was there with my flags and all the other patriots who were there with their flags and their signs and our support for the convoy. And, everybody that was there was informing everybody who'd stop and ask what we were there for about the reason that the truckers are out there and what they were doing for us and how we need to support them because, well, I don't have a semi and I have responsibilities that I can't leave the house because the animals and all the stuff that I have to do here. But if I could, I would be there with them. So anyway, and then another one that's gonna say I was at the rally up north in Ohio and saw President Trump. And the date will be on it and the specifics. And where did it go? Oh, it's up there. Right there. And then there's the January thing, and DJT 45 and 19, DJT and JFK by JKF. That's me. And you know, if you're on vacation and you go into one of the shops where they sell Designs by Kay, then you can order a patch or bumper sticker or bag or whatever that commemorates your vacation. And you pick something off of the samples that they have there, and you let us know, and they'll be made up here and sent out to you at home with your date and the specific design that we made for that specific shop. You know, it could be we're on vacation in such and such Florida on such and such date, or birthday, 20th birthday, 25th birthday, 50th, 100th, whatever. On this date in Sanibel Island, Florida, or Fort Myers, or Daytona, or Naples, or you know, wherever you're on vacation at. If one of our retailers for Designs by Kay is there, then you can get it ordered from there or through there, or you can just call the number that you see for us or for Designs by Kay, a Fountain Art Studio, and you'll get your items made and shipped out to you at home, because you can't stay on vacation until they're done. Well, you could. If you could, I want to hang out with you and be on vacation too. And I sure hope you can't see it. I got an itch. So I think that's gonna be that. I think for the inside the zipper, I think I'm going to use this. Well, better put these aside. So you can hear that. The inside is like a plastic coating and the outside is canvas. So let's put this aside. And I'll cut two of the lining. And I think I'm going to make that one longer by about 4 inches, maybe. I'm not positive. I have to think about it, because this coral is so pretty. I ordered a couple more yards of it. The one thing I will tell you right now is that Fountain Art Studio does not embroider any things of darkness. No skeletons, no demons, no devils, no witches, no runes, or whatever those things are people are calling dice. Don't do any of that. Won't do any of that, because Fountain Art Studio is where God's love is inspiring us, not where we're using the God-given talents that we have to serve Satan. And I don't know if I can do all this in one video, or if I'm gonna have to do a couple of videos, like one cutting it out and then one sewing it up. Love these things, they're amazing. I found out you can use those on leather, and so I'll use them here. Okay, so what I need is, I'll cut 2 of these for the, well, no, I need, let's see, what do I need? Okay, I'm gonna square the bottom on these instead of sew a bottom in, which I do on a lot of my bags. I sew a bottom in, so it's a big purse. It's, the bottom's like this big. But I think this time, yeah, I think this time I'm just gonna square the bottom because I'm gonna add, that's gonna be huge, I can't add that much. Okay, I'm gonna add 1, 2, 3, 4 inches on the bottom. The hardest part about this is cutting a straight line without going off of my ruler and without my ruler slipping. Let me tell you, I've lost a lot of pieces of fingernails doing this. Okay, so this is, okay. This is 1. And then I need another 22 inches for 2, which I'm gonna have to readjust. Right, so that's gonna look really cool on there, I think. Oh yeah, that's gonna look awesome. And I think I'll make the pockets out of this also. So let's pull this down. Because I am working in lump space. Went to IKEA yesterday, and I mean, I would love to buy American, but I can't find anything right now. So I'm having to, I'll buy anything that's not Chinese, I guess. As long as I don't know that they are part of the people who stole our thingy, where we all went and pulled the thingy when we had to show the driver's license so we could pull the thingy. But I went to IKEA and I saw this. It's like a kitchen counter, and it's perfect for a cutting table. It's a little bigger than this, and it's got drawers all the way around the bottom, and the top is a hard top, so I could use it as a cutting table. I am very happy when I'm doing my art. Oh, it's not short. It's short, like half an inch. Let's try that one more time. All right. So I will cut this a little bit longer, and it's okay because I can use these for straps on something later. Okay. I'll put this up here. It's got what I should have done in the first place. Yeah, because it's much longer than 22. Of course, see how that went off. And that's why I have to take my time, because if I try to go faster, I screw up. So I'll use this as an accent somewhere else, or a pocket or something, or strap. Put it over there. Okay. So now I've got that. Okay. So for my lining, I'm gonna need to do this. Still do it. Okay. Okay, let's see. Oh, I knocked that off. I already had a hard enough time getting it to come back on today. Okay, scooch over. Oh. Okay, so now I'm gonna put my roller down here and line that up again and straighten that out. Just a little more. Okay. Because right now the sewing machine that I use to sew this on is either my Singer, what is that, heavy duty 4452, or yeah, I think it's 4452. So now I'll place this here and I'll outline this one. Marking, yeah. And what I like to do is make sets of things, like my my little orange flowered bag I showed you earlier. That one I have, that drink carrier, I have a pull bag, and then I have one of my little hip bags that you can also use across the shoulder or around your back or wherever you want to. Wherever you want to. So instead of making that darker, I'll just cut it up to there. And I'll go through here and cut. I mean, you really don't have enough time to watch me do the whole thing. But you can get an idea of my designing process. Well, as it were. And I sit and think of these things at night when I can't sleep. I have drawings all over the place of different bags that I'm gonna make. And since there is no pattern yet, it's all in my head, then I have to figure out how to get it out of my head and into paper and then onto the canvas or the fabric. And believe it or not, it's a lot of work. Especially when your sewing machine is not cooperating with you. I bought my little heavy-duty Singer at the leather store for leather, and it does fairly good up to a certain point. I have already replaced the base plate once or twice. Went ahead and bought 3 of them from the Singer store while I could, because you don't know how long they're going to be in business. But yeah, I think the pockets I'm going to make on the inside, I'm going to have with the flowered fabric, and then the pockets on the outside, that's somehow I'm going to make with this stuff. Or maybe I'll make them a combination of both, because I've got these strips that I can put to the top and, you know, like zipper sections. I like to make zipper sections and sections with pulls on them. Let's see. I need that to be right there. Is that going to be enough good? It should be, because that's way within the stitch line. Let's see. If there's enough here, I might have to take it out. Yep, I'm going to have to take it out. Okay. So, what I'll do, I'm very handicapped when it comes to cutting in the opposite direction. Like, I can't cut this way and make a straight line. That's guaranteed to be bad thing. Verbod. Okay. So let's put this here. Bring this to here. I think I will take it over just a little bit more. And I don't know if it's because I'm cheap or because I've been very, very poor in my life. But I don't like to waste. I don't like to waste fabric. I don't like to waste thread. I don't like to waste anything. And if you look around my house, you might think that you're looking at an episode of Hoarders, except most of my stuff is art supplies of one kind or another. And at some point, I will take you on a tour. I started a before tour before the new machine gets here. And well, you know, right now, here we have a before of the rec room. The kegerator that our friend gave us is going to go downstairs once the kids get their own place. And then we're going to turn the downstairs into this room, the rec room. I'm gonna do this one first. And this room is going to be all my sewing and art stuff, which I have an amazing husband that ever since I got sick, he bestowed it on me so much. I'm so blessed to have him. I can't say as I blame him for wanting a return on his investment, because if I say I need it, he lets me buy it. I mean, within reason. I don't say I need as long as I don't. Like, you know, zippers and purse findings and things to put bags together, and then things for my leather stuff. Definitely just got some new leather tools, some edge slickers. I had the most wonderful Coco Bolo leather burnisher that I could put on my what is it? On my Dremel. And somebody stole it right out of my little workshop area. I knew it was stolen because I've looked high and low 4 or 5 times. I've moved everything out, which was quite the feat. Twice. Went through every box, went through every storage bin, and it's gone. And it makes me so sad that somebody that I trusted came in and stole from me. And I can't replace it because the guy doesn't make them anymore. And it was perfect because it had a little thing that I could burnish holes with, and little holes, big holes, that I could burnish small leather from like 0.2 all the way up to an ounce or more. So they don't just have a lot of Cocobolo burnishers out there, and it's gone. It's gone, and I can't get it back unless whoever stole it gets a conscience and, I don't know, maybe helps me find it. Which, you know, you give me back something that you've stolen from me, and I'll forgive you. I'll be really careful about letting you around my stuff again, but I'll forgive you. I mean, I'm not an idiot. As my husband likes to say, I'm not a moron, you know. Okay, there it is. So, I'm always thinking about the things I need to make things easier. Like, we went Sunday because I had seen a fatter ironing board, like an 18 to 20 inch ironing board at one of the local stores, and I thought it was at Drug Mart, and we went up there and they didn't have any. So I thought, well, maybe it was Odd Lots. So we went to Odd Lots and it wasn't there. So we went to Meijer and it wasn't there. So who knows? Maybe I saw it at Walmart and I'm boycotting them. Okay, so I think I will pocket right in the center that has, what shall it have? I think it should have, I think, let's see. So I'm gonna do 4 inches or 3 inches square on the bottom. I think I'll do 3 inches, so that gives me a 6 inch bottom. Is that wide enough? Yeah, that's wide enough. Maybe 3.5. I think that'd be good. Let's see. 3.5 and 3.5. Gonna make the sides 7. That'll make, I need my ruler. So 3.5 and 3.5, maybe 3. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, and maybe 4. Maybe 3.5. Okay, let's do. That's 1, and that's 2, that's 3.5 there. And then 3.5 is here. So that gives me a base of 15.5 inches. That's plenty. I mean, what do you need to put in your bag that's bigger than 15.5 inches when you're on the beach? A 6-pack, even a 12-pack would fit in there. And yes, I try to make my bags strong enough that they can carry that much if they need to. Now, the thing is, I'm not going to quilt this bag, but I may insulate the pocket. That way, you can put your makeup in, or you can put your M&Ms in, or you can put your medicine in, and a little ice pack. I even have the ice packs. Check this out. Hang on, I'm coming back, I promise. I need to come back here. It's dangerous back there. All right. So I've got these little ice packs that can be used in a pocket with medication. So that's pretty cool. And I'm sure somewhere there's somebody who has them. Okay, 3.5 up would be, okay. I need you to come down to 3 inches. Because I'm gonna have to hem you, or whatever. Okay. So 3, and then you'll go up to 3.5 when I do the bottom. All right, so from here, from here, 3.5 up. Let's go to over 3.5. I think we'll go up 10 inches. No, maybe 9 inches. So I need to make it 10 inches. No, 9.5 inches. We'll make it 8.5 inch pocket. All right, that'll work. So let's move you so you don't get accidentally cut. And you. Okay. Now this should be a straight line right here, or everything's off on the other things that are cut out. So I'm gonna cut it 9 inches just to be on the safe side, or 10 inches, I mean. Okay, and then put the bottom straight again. The straighter you cut your piece, the easier it is. Okay, so now we're at okay. So I'll cut it right there. So that makes me at 11 wide by 10 high. So I'm going to sew all the way around it. Maybe I'll put a little strip of the colored up here for the zipper. So I need to cut a 10 by 11 piece out of the floral fabric. So go in here again. Put it down. So here's where you gotta. The very first thing I sewed when I was in middle school was a pair of pants. I think it was in 7th grade, yeah, I was in middle school. Was a pair of pants that were check. The teacher's like, why did you get check material? That's not a beginner. I said, I'm not a beginner. My mommy taught me how to sew when I was really little, so I know what I'm doing. That's right. So what I need to do is put it up here and match the pattern. Okay. So you go there. So what I need is a piece. Can't do that and have it match, and I need to have it match because it'll make me crazy if it's not. You know, rebuke that. But I don't like when things aren't matchy. Okay. So what I need is something right in here that is that gonna, this comes down here. It goes there, it goes there, so I need it to be right where? Right where, Judy? I don't know. Right here? Yeah, right there. Okay. Well, that matches well. Okay, and you come here, and you come there, and you come there, and you come there. So, if I put it right here, okay, okay. So now I need to mark it. Where'd my pen go? There it is. Okay. This one. No, you moved. Okay, there you go. Across here. Okay. Put you, and with this, I want this top. Okay. So you know on this one, this zipper pockets going on it because I marked it. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is cut along the marking. move over here, and ordinarily I would cut on this side of this instead of this side of this, because I have gone astray so many times from my line and made unforgivable boo-boos. But I think I've kind of caught on to most of the issues that cause those things, like I hold it tight so no unseen forces can cause it to move on me. Yes, I believe that there are unseen forces out there coming at me because, well, I ended up with an arrow in the roof of my mouth when I was 3 years old. I know there are unseen forces coming at me. Okay, now to line that pocket, I think what I'm gonna do is put some of my, hopefully I've got some down here. I might have to get up to the side. He could really take you on a field trip through this trash. Well, it's not trash, it's just a whole lot of junk. But I'm afraid I'm gonna have to. Or, since I don't know how to put videos together, I really can't leave you hanging, because then that would just leave you hanging, and that's just not right. I hate to leave people hanging. I hate to be left hanging myself. So, I think what I'll do right now is I'm going to cut this. Yeah, I've got serious FOMO, fear of missing out. That's from all those years of missing out. I mean, you can only miss out on so much before it becomes a problem for you. And, well, it is. Oh, I gotta tell you, I don't know how it reminded me, but when we moved to the new house when I was going into 5th grade, 6th grade, one of my friends from the old school, well, she had already moved up there, and we were friends. We hung out some until she got really popular, and well, I was newer than her, and I lived in more in the country and had fewer kids around me. And because we lived in a little house, everybody thought my parents were poor. My parents were just very frugal. And when I graduated, I moved over to Western Hills and went to work for a banker there, Marvin Warner, which, oh, that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. Anyway, I was dreaming one night that this friend of mine, her house burnt down. So I tried to get a hold of her because I felt like I really had to warn her. I wasn't sure why, I just felt I really had to warn her. And so when I called her mom and told her I had this nightmare that her house had burned down, she said she would relay the message, and I never heard from her again. But I did hear through friends a few years later that her house burnt down. So, you know, when I have a dream, I really have to tell people that I've had a dream. So, if they need to prepare or prevent something, they can. I mean, if somebody called me that I'd gone to school with and said, Judy, I had a dream that your house burnt down, well, I would listen, because I just know that some people move things before anybody else. It's funny because I went down to Texas to see one of my best friends from 6th grade when both of my youngest children had already been born. I think my littlest one was a toddler, maybe. Was she bigger than a toddler? No, I think she was a toddler. She might not have been a toddler. She was little. Anyway, my daughter told her, yeah, there were some police. We almost got caught by them speeding, but my mom knew they were there before we got there, and made Dad slow down, so we didn't get a ticket for speeding. Just saying. You know what I mean? Okay, so how am I going to do this? I don't know, this is where I mess myself up a lot, is just trying to figure things out before I've figured them out. I know what I want, and then I gotta figure out how to put them together so that I don't have any raw edges showing. So my zippers are good. So, let's see. So I gotta put insulation inside here, and I'm going to put insulation inside here so that this zipper pocket is totally insulated, and then I'll put insulation in here so that this one's totally insulated. So instead of using the unbacked, I think I'm going to use the gold. So let's go on our field trip. I don't know if they'll let me have videos this long, but we'll see. I don't know how anything works. I'm just trying to figure it out as I go along. Okay, here we go. And let's hope the dogs and the cat don't pull my light over. Okay, there we go. All right, so we're gonna go upstairs. Upstairs. I don't know why these people put so many different types of flooring in this house. Makes me crazy. Let's see. I'll take this piece, and I'll take this bolt with me. That should be good. And what else should I take with me? Here's some of my fabrics. I'm thinking I need to cut some stuff out. Oh, isn't this adorable? There was a couple that we saw when we were down in Florida last time from my husband's company, and they were using their friend's wedding to do their baby pictures so that they could announce to their friends that they were having a baby. It was really cute, and I told them, and I hope they took me seriously, because if I tell you I'm going to do something, I seriously am. If you contact me, I will do it, as I said I would. So, oh, yeah, there's one of my, I need that. And I need my bright yellow too. Oh God. Oh, see, this is my waterproof canvas colors here. They're inside out, so you can't see the bright color of the actual canvas. Oh gosh. I had to order some more of the yellow because it goes perfect with the lemon stuff. So, I'm tired now. Yeah, I think that's what I need. I think that's all I need. It's all I need. Oh, wait. Okay, I'll take this one. It's lighter. Oh, it's a different color also. Where is it? Let's see. Hard to tell in this room. Yeah, I guess it's about the same. Ooh, that's turning orange now, and it's bright, bright yellow. Why is it turning orange? This should be enough to start, I think. Because that stuff's really heavy. So this used to be my son's room until he moved out. And he didn't take the bed with him. And I don't know if you know how much it costs to get a bed moved. So I figured I'd wait until I had furniture brought in for the art room or for the sewing room before I get rid of it and have them bring stuff in, and then I'll take stuff out. So there's my old brother's sewing machine. I think my dad bought that at one point. He was gonna make dresses for my little sister, she was born when I was 15. And they got her in baton. He was going to make her dresses because they would cost hundreds of dollars to have somebody else made. And I gave him lessons. I taught him how. And then he gave me the sewing machine and decided to have somebody else keep doing it. So and there's, that's my grandma's sewing machine. And there's my old sewing cabinet that still to this date has never been used to sew on. But it's going to as soon as I can get this room together, because my husband keeps bringing things in and piling them up and then telling me I don't have room for anything in here. And I don't, because it keeps bringing things in and piling them up. But this and that are here to fix the windowsills, because people we bought the place from, I don't know how they hid the windowsills from us, but every windowsill upstairs is a mess. And I did a quick caulk job in the fall because the rain was literally coming in around these windows. So it's a mess there, but it kept a lot of the rain from coming in. But I'm probably going to have to find somebody to caulk the outsides. I mean, I can use the scaffolding that my father-in-law let us borrow to do some of it, but this is up really high. I mean, really high. And I don't want to fall down and get hurt. No boom boom for me. Or no boo-boos for me. Sorry. Okay. This is my son's baptism certificate. July 27th, 2003. 4 till 6 on Cemetery Road. So now we'll go back and do some more cutting out and planning. Hi, Abby. What?
Management committee or management.
I'm taking a video. I'll be back in a minute. All right. We're back. I think I should make this in 2 parts because it's been an hour. So I'll end this here and then we'll come back when I got the rest of the pieces cut out.